Hello and welcome to Bradford, where today I'm going to be taking a trip all the way down to London King's Cross, and I'll be travelling in first class with Grand Central. Okay, a bit of background here.
Trains arrived.
Last year I travelled in first class with every train company in the UK, and by far one of the worst services I reviewed was Grand Central on the Class 180 Adelante trains. It's fair to say that it was not a very pleasant experience for me.
I don't know what's going on.
I found the train dirty.
They haven't cleaned the floor from the last journey.
Broken.
This train is looking very battered and bruised.
And uncomfortable.
Every time I go through a tunnel, my ears hurt. Oh god.
The complimentary food on offer, whilst nice to have, was woefully inadequate for a long-distance operator.
Tea, Bakewell, tarts, olives.
In fact, I found it so bad, I jumped off the train at the first stop and continued my journey with another, better operator. I then made a vow I'm about to break.
I will never be travelling with Grand Central again. It's bad trains, non-existent service. The only thing going for it is the price.
I know in a previous video I said that I will never travel with Grand Central ever again. But this journey that I'm making today is with that other type of train, the Class 221 Voyagers. Yes, okay, Voyagers are not that great of train either, but I kind of need to experience both in order to give a proper opinion on the company. So that is why I'm here today in sunny Bradford. There is no lounge here in Bradford. The only lounge that Grand Central operate is in Wakefield. Although rumour has it that it's actually closed at the moment, so they may not even have a lounge at all. My past experience of Grand Central was not all that complimentary, and I hated my experience so much that I got off the train early at York. But I'm not doing that today because I need to get all the way to London to carry on my journey, so I'm going to have to put up with whatever it throws at me. So fingers crossed, it's actually a good experience today. So although Grand Central do operate these two different types of trains, I believe the service they offer on board is the same, as in very minimal complimentary service. But I really hope that their cabin or their interior and their seats are better than the experience I had on the 180s. So the train is already at the platform and doesn't leave for a while, half an hour. So I'll give them time to clean it before judging. Although last time, it wasn't properly clean, was it? So you can definitely tell that this is a former Virgin train, but they only seem to have livered the front and the last coach with the Grand Central livery. I wonder if that's a money-saving thing. Well, after all, this is an open access operator, so maybe they're saving money, I don't know. Okay, I think that's enough waffle. Let's get on board, go to London. And I am going to need this camera, I can't leave it behind. Come on. So, I am in first, but oh, there's the cafe bar. I might have to come back here at some point. But let's go check out what standard class looks like. It's pretty nice actually. Fairly decent. They remind me of the old Virgin ones. Oh, a little hard though. But yeah, this isn't where I am. I'm in first. So let's head that way. First impressions. So much nicer looking. Oh my god, look at these. It's like leather. This is cool. Now, I do have a reserved seat, but I think it was a table, around a table of 4. But I have noticed that this seat here, single seat, is completely unreserved. So I think I'm going to sit there. Phone on seat means it's mine. So we have some flip-up tables here in this bay of 2. So we've got a bay of 4 here. And here we go, that's 2 seats by a table. Over here we have a small luggage rack. The back of the seat reminds me of the ones we had on cross country on their Voyagers. Although this winged head There's nothing like the cross-country voyages, so it'll be interesting to see what that's like. Yeah, no way of my bag going up there. I saw this when I came in. Free water. I remember that from the 180s. Although, did they have a fridge? I don't know, but definitely more waters there anyway. But free water, so it's something, isn't it? We have a recline here, which is very stiff, but it does work. I think. Oh god, it is really stiff. Under here there is a plug socket. Looks like there's one socket between each bank of seats. There is no window blind, although there is a hook which you can hang items of clothing on. And there is a light. As for the comfort level, it's not comfy. The leather's kind of slippy, and this join isn't flush, and so if you're sitting right at the back of the seat, you kind of fall down into it. Those are my first impressions anyway. But we've got 3 hours and 16 minutes or thereabouts, I think. And it sounds like we're just about to move on, so let's just sit back, open my complimentary water, and let's enjoy the journey. This is the way you're supposed to move. You haven't got the timing right. Oh, there we go. And as we depart Bradford, goodbye Bradford. Let's take a look at the route we'll be taking today. Starting at 14:49 from Bradford Interchange, which is one of 2 terminus stations serving Bradford, we'll slowly snake our way through West Yorkshire, calling at Lowmore, Halifax, Brickhouse, Mirfield, Wakefield Kirkgate, Pontefract Monkhill, and Doncaster. From there we hit the East Coast Main Line and speed on south. Of the 4 services per day that Grand Central operate on this route, this is the only one that stops at Peterborough. All the others pass right through to our final calling point of London King's Cross. We're scheduled to arrive at 18:06 with a total journey time of 3 hours and 17 minutes. That's interesting. I am literally the only person in this carriage right now. It was relatively full back there. It's got quite spooky that I've got a whole carriage to myself. Especially since I know some places are reserved from Bradford. So, yeah. Anyway. Whilst it's quiet, I'm going to order my complimentary food and drink. To use this QR code to access the free food. Yeah, signal's a bit weak. Incidentally, I have tried to access the Wi-Fi. I can't get it to work. It's just refusing to connect. I don't know what's wrong with it. So I can't even use the Wi-Fi. Although actually, the 180s didn't even have Wi-Fi, so that's an improvement. Oh, we're coming into Halifax at least. Oh, this is a pretty city. Was it a city? Is it a town? Don't know. I bank with them, so. Okay, now that we're actually in a town, we have it working. So I'm in seat 12. You get 1 complimentary hot drink and 2 complimentary snacks. Well, I can't order hummus chips because they're unavailable. It's a very, very limited selection. We've got iced bagel tart, shortbread, pain au chocolat, granola bar, or basically sea salt crisps. I'll go with the shortbread, crisps, tea. At least it's Yorkshire tea. And then check out. It's worked. There we go. It's currently 15:03. Let's see how long it takes to arrive.
Welcome on board the Grand Central Service to London King's Cross, calling at Brickhouse, Mirfield, Wakefield Kirkgate, Pontefract Monkhill, Doncaster, Peterborough, and London King's Cross.
arrived at Murfield and my goodies have arrived. It took about 15 minutes, which I think is reasonable. She brought like 3 bags, the post, so I think that's okay. So we have my shortbread fingers, got a packet of crisps, and my tea in a unbranded cup. Okay, technically that was water. This is my tea. Whilst that's brewing, I'm gonna chomp on my crisps. I mean, they're nice, but I would just prefer the flavoured one, but never mind. When you compare Grand Central's first class offering to other train operating companies in the UK, the lack of any type of main meal, not even as simple as a sandwich, really lets the side down. They're in direct competition between Doncaster and London with Hull Trains, which is another open access operator on the West Coast Main Line, and they offer complimentary sandwiches to their first class customers, so that's something to take into consideration if you're travelling on that route. Oh well, let's go check what this Voyager Loo is like.
Toilet door locked.
Here is a Voyager Loo, nice and big disabled access loo. We've got a mirror here. There's another mirror over here. We've got soap water and a dryer. Wow! Good dryer, I like it. It's not too bad in here. I'll give this a pass. Doncaster now. We are on time, but it feels very slow. I think it's just the route it takes and wiggles through like small, tiny lanes. Doesn't feel like you're making that much progress. Also feels like you're delayed, but we're not. We're actually on time. But we are on the West Coast line proper now, so hopefully speed will start to pick up. So I decided to come into the vestibule area to sum up because the coach is pretty quiet but also pretty full. So, and I'm not going to be saying some very complimentary things about Grand Central. So let's do it out here. Firstly, let's just look at the prices. So as you'd expect, Grand Central is generally cheaper than their nearest equivalent, which is LNER. Obviously, standard tickets, as in the flexible ones, are not very cheap. So the off-peak standard single is £71.80 and the off-peak first single is £118.40. So you're paying like actually 50 odd quid for a slightly improved product, which I don't think is worth it at those prices. But if we look at the advanced prices, the cheapest I could find for this journey in standard class was £18, whereas in first class was £47.30, which is actually the price that I paid. So that's an extra £30 or so on top. Is it worth it? Maybe, I would say. At that price, £47 is a maybe. And especially considering I found this other journey where you can leave Bradford to the exact same station, just slightly later than this train, but would change at Leeds and arrive sooner than this train arrives. So you can actually get a connected train faster than this direct train. But that train is more expensive, and in fact, if you look at this screenshot, you can see that the standard class ticket for that journey is more expensive than the first class ticket on this train. So maybe that's worth it, I'm not sure. When rating this service, there's a few things I'm taking into consideration. Firstly, the limited complimentary refreshments. Secondly, the seat, which upon closer inspection isn't as comfortable as it first seemed and has certainly shown signs of wear. And finally, the general ambience on board. I rated Grand Central's other train at the Class 180 a 2 out of 10, so can the Voyager trains do any better? So what would I rank it out of 10? Well, if you look at the other companies and other services that I've travelled with, a 4 seems about right for this. Maybe a 4.5. And in fact, yeah, I'm going to give it 4.5, but they're only getting that extra half point because of the price. It's not too bad, and to be honest, I'm only giving it that kind of score because I'm taking a highly critical view of every train company that I review. But if I was just travelling because I needed to get somewhere fast, cheaply, and on time, it does the job, it does that. But I would be wary that they would change out this Voyager for one of the awful 180s, so.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final calling point is London King's Cross, where this train will terminate. Before leaving the train, please do have a good look around. Make sure you take all your personal belongings with you and do mind the gap when stepping down. The next final calling point is London King's Cross.
Oh, thank you, Grand Central. That was certainly better than last time, I'll give them that. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all of that. Also, you can become a channel member now. You can see my list of members right here. All of my members get access to all of my videos a week early and also exclusive content. And there is actually some exclusive content in relation to this video. So, join the channel and you'll be able to watch that pretty soon. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.